Keith Rinke here from Top Me News with Curtis the Demon Demarce. Curtis, we're getting you, a couple of weeks after your loss to Richie Whitson, which was a close split decision loss. Why don't you talk to the fans here about that fight?
I think it was a great fight. I took it on short notice, and we went out there and did what we had to do. I think the judges could have scored it either way. I thought it had round one, and he had round three, and round two was really close. I thought I did enough to edge it out, but unfortunately I got the split loss, so just move forward from here.
Yeah, have you watched the fight since then?
Yeah, several times.
So so how does Curtis Demarce, the judge, honestly, you think you won or you think you lost, or?
Honestly, not just to sound to put the win on me. I really believe that I agree with Frank's judging on his scorecard. I believe I won the round 10-9. Up until where I got the head kick, I thought I was winning the round. So.
Yeah. So you're 1-1 in the MFC. Yeah, you beat Tyson Steele and you lost to Richie Whitson. And you've had an interesting career. Like before the loss to Whitson, you've won 8 in a row. And you really turned your career around after starting your career at 3-6. So, that first half, what's the difference between then and this last half of fights?
I think it's just maturity, really focusing and putting in the time in my training. When I first started, I was young, I was that immature kid that just wanted to fight. MMA wasn't really big yet, and I was just taking fights, basically as my training, and it was, at that time, I didn't take my management properly. I didn't take a lot of things serious, and now it's just, it's crunch time, and it's time for me to take things serious, and I want to be the best, and in order to do that, I gotta train hard, so.
Yeah. Well, you stepped in on short notice last fight for Cajun Johnson, and ironically enough, Cajun Johnson's awarded Marcus Davis in Windsor, Ontario in April, and his shoulder injury is still bad. So lo and behold, you're stepping in for him again. Talk about this fight with Marcus Davis.
I'm so used to taking short notice fights. I've done it my whole life in my career. It's too bad that Cajun's injured. Cajun's my boy. Hopefully he heal up, man. And this fight with Marcus, I think it's huge for me. I think it's a huge opportunity and a huge big fight. And I think it's going to be a war. We're going to go out there and do our thing. And he's very experienced. He's fought everywhere. And he used to fight at 170, so I know he's got a cut, and I know he's a big, strong guy, and he's got a lot of experience, so it's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, and you talk about experience, the names this guy's fought is Swick, Diaz, Alves, Lytle, Hardy. It's a who's who of the welterweight division. He just lost to Stevens in 155. Do you question yourself, what am I doing getting in the cage with Marcus Davis? I just lost to Richie Whitson.
Yeah, I think styles match fights, and I believe that me and Marcus have very similar styles. We both like to box. We both like to stand and bang, and when I look at it, I really think that a name's a name. You can fight whoever, and at the end of the day, a fight's a fight, and we're just gonna go in there and do our thing. And we both got experience. I've been in there with guys like Marcus, and at the end of the day, like I said, a fight's a fight. So.
Yeah, and like you said, you're 10-8. You certainly had enough fights. Davis's chin. He's been knocked out a few times now. He's older in age. Looks like the cut's kind of hard for him on 155. Is this where you see an advantage for yourself?
Yeah, for sure. I see an advantage there, but. I'm not going to look lightly at him. I'm not going to look past that. I think he's a well-accomplished fighter, and I think he's well-rounded. And I think there are some holes in his game, but I don't think there's many. And he's fought, like you said, top elite guys, and we're just looking at the drawing board. And I'm actually training with one of his last losses, Jeremy Stevens. I'll be training with him, so that's going to help me out a lot. and we're just gonna go from there. So
Yeah, so you're from Manitoba. Where are you going to train?
I'm going to the arena San Diego. A lot of guys there, KJ Nunes, my really good friend Joe Dorte, Jeremy Stevens, Dean Lister, tons of guys down there. So
Yeah. Well, you know, a lot of people were questioning whether you had what it takes in MMA. You had eight fight winning streak. You know, against some not very popular names, right? And and I just like to say that you really showed something that Richie Whitson lost. And sometimes a loss is more important than a win. Well, not more important, but it showed more than a win. And I think you really did that with Whitson and showed that you're really up there with Canadian lightweight talent. And I wish you all the best at MFC against Marcus Davis. And thanks, Curtis Demarce, for the interview.
thank you very much.